Good morning, everybody. It is that March 31st? I think that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah. March 31st, Friday. It's 2:27 in the morning. Okay. This is part 4 of Where She Went, chapter 1. Hooky, sticky, got it. I put on my headphones and pick up my guitar to tune up and warm up. I try not to notice that in spite of what Elduis said a few minutes ago. It feels like I'm already all on my lonesome. Me alone in a soundproof booth. Don't overthink it, I tell myself. This is how you record in a technologically advanced studio. The only problem is I felt the same way a few nights ago at the Garden, up on stage in front of 18,000 fans alongside the people who once upon a time were part of my family. I felt as alone as I do in this booth. Still, it could be worse. I start to play and my fingers nimble up and I get off the stool and bang and crank against my guitar. Pummel it until it screeches and screams just the way I want it to. Or almost the way I want it to. There's probably 100 grand's worth of guitars in this room, but none of them sound as good as my old Les Paul Jr., the guitar I'd had for ages. The one I'd recorded our first albums on. The one that, in a fit of stupidity or hubris or whatever, I'd allowed it to be auctioned off for charity. The shiny, expensive replacements have never sounded or felt quite right. Still, when I crank it up loud, I do manage to lose myself for a second or two. But it's over all too soon, and then Stim and the engineers are shaking my hand and wishing me luck on tour. And Elduis is shepherding me out the door and into a town car, and we're whizzing down the 9th Avenue to Soho to a hotel whose restaurants the publicists from a record label have decided is a good spot for our interview. What do they think? I'm less likely to rant or say something alienating if I'm in an expensive public place? I remember back in the very early days when the interviewers wrote zines or blogs and were fans and mostly wanted to rock talk, to discuss the music, and they wanted to speak to all of us together. More often than not, it just turned into a normal conversation with everyone shouting their opinions over one another. Back then, I never worried about guarding my words, but now the reporters interrogate me, and the band separately as though they're cops, and they have me and my accomplices in adjacent cells, and are trying to get us to implicate one another. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.